Hi, my name is Luke Holcomb. I'm the Marketing and Enrollment Manager here at Apparatus Contractor Services, and today we're going to talk about one of the 50 rules of bookkeeping that you're likely to learn too late, and that is don't do a cost-plus job without solid bookkeeping. Stick around to find out what a cost-plus job really is, what you're going to need to do to get paid from one, and how you know you're ready to take one on. So cost plus jobs have a ton of different names. You may know it as T&M or time and materials. You could know it as cost plus. You could know it as open book jobs or fee-based contracts. It has a lot of different particular formats. At its core, it's a contract that takes the financial uncertainty or risk away from a contractor and puts it on the project owner, and it usually has a financial component with it. So you won't have as high of a margin on these jobs, but the margin you do have will be very predictable. So most contracts in the construction industry are what we would call fixed price contracts. This is a contract where you're going to do A, B, C, and D. No matter what happens, this is going to be the cost of it. Generally for this scope of work, this is the price, no matter what happens. On this type of contract, most contractors are going to be looking to make around a 40% margin. In a cost plus job, the project owner knows and sees all the expenses, and there's going to be usually a percentage on top of that. So let's say a cost plus job is cost plus 20. In that scenario, a lumber package costs $10,000. The client's going to pay $12,000. This has the benefit to the contractor because if the project's not easy to estimate, it is the owner who's taking the risk of any cost overruns, not the contractor. For this, they'll usually be paid a lot less money. So instead of that 40%, now you're probably looking at somewhere around a 16% margin. And there are different forms of this contract. We've talked about the cost plus percentage. In that situation, if there's a charge for $10,000, the customer pays $12,000. There's a cost plus fee. In this situation, let's say there'll be a $30,000 fee for the entire project, and it will probably be divvied out by milestones. So when you get the foundation in, you get a draw. When you get the framing in or it's dried in, you get a draw, and so forth and so on. And there's some really intense hybrid models. One that I've worked under that was really complicated but really nice was a cost plus percentage, so it would be cost plus 20, and then a GMP or gross maximum price. So we had to say the project won't go over this value, and then anything between what the project actually cost and that value, there was a 50-50 split between the contractor and the homeowner. That's a great contract structure. It's just really, really complicated. I thought it was nice because it tied everyone's financial incentive together. It was also useful because banks won't loan money for projects that are cost plus because of the potential risk for overruns. So doing this cost plus GMP is a great way to deal with that to where banks will accept it. Now, if you're doing one of these projects and you want to get paid for doing the project, you're going to have meticulous record keeping. You're going to have to provide receipts and invoices and lien releases and all of these things just to get a check from the client. You will also need to attribute costs such as general liability, workers' comp insurance, all of these different nuanced expenses that typically go into overhead that are actually and realistically project costs. You're going to have to attribute them to the cost of each item so that you get paid for it. If you aren't able to provide receipts or justify these expenses, you're not going to get paid for them. Now the project that you were trying to avoid financial risk on just became financially much worse for you. So how do you know when you're ready? This can be a great project structure or contract structure for clients and for contractors, depending upon the type of project. but the administrative requirements for this are much, much higher. And here's the advice that we give our clients. 1, walk before you can run. You need to practice the requirements before they can financially ruin you. And once you get there, enjoy. It can be a great project structure. It is incredibly useful for certain types of projects and clients. Thanks for viewing this video. On behalf of myself and the entire Apparatus team, we sincerely hope that you've been able to take something that's going to help you grow a more profitable construction business. If you've had enough of not feeling in control of your company's finances, we can help. If you're ready to finally take action to give your company the precision bookkeeping, payroll, and reporting that you know it needs, Apparatus is the answer. So if this is you, here's your next step. Go to www.apparatusteam.com/action. We have a very simple 4-step process to get you started. First, you'll see the type of clients that we look for and that we know we can help. Next, you'll have the opportunity to watch a pre-recorded video that will give you a full overview of our services, our pricing, and how we operate. Now, if you've done this and you're ready to move forward, you can fill out the preliminary client application form. The last step is we'll schedule a half-hour Zoom meeting. In that meeting, we'll have an in-depth conversation about your current status and future goals for your company, the bookkeeping challenges that you now face, and how Apparatus can help you overcome these challenges and unlock the potential of your contracting business. We look forward to talking to you soon.